Dr. Kanti Bhalani is the founder, the inspiration, the person who started this 12 years ago, the Doctors Goodwill Foundation. But I hear a rumor that you're not really the one who came up with this idea. Is that right? Your son?
Yeah, this is really, really true. My son, when he was in high school, somehow he wanted to do medical mission because he was applying for 6 years straight medical program.
Sure.
So father and son, we decided to go a leprosy colony in India, which is all treated patient. But they, when we went there, we stayed. And as soon as he put on his medical resume and he took lots of picture, my God, he got into 14 medical school. And he says,
wow.
And he was 4.0 GPA. That was not a problem. But to differentiate at high school level that he's going to be a good doctor, that is the medical mission which helped him a lot. So that.
But he turned to you and said, Dad, we need to what?
Yes. Then he turned to me and he says, Dad, if you want to help other parents and other children, I think you should continue to do medical mission work.
Okay.
And so I learned from my son, and he was my inspiration.
All right. Now, the first thing, do you remember the first real mission you guys went on to work on?
The first mission was leprosy colony in India.
Right.
After a 2 year, he was already into medical school in University of Miami.
But he was still coming back, and you guys were going together, right?
No, yeah. So second year when he was in med school, it was an Easter break. So I called him up. I said, look, we haven't gone to vacation together. Can we go to, Europe? And he says, Dad, I forgot to tell you, I signed up with Haiti. And at that time, just like Ebola, Haiti was full of AIDS patients. So I was scared, and I said, I hope he did the right decision. So I slept over, because by that time he was like 21. So next day I call him up and I said, look, do you mind if we come together with you? He says, Dad, that's great. Nobody has offered. Why don't you call University of Miami Medical School? So I called the Dean of Medical School in Miami, and they were very excited. So they said, you are the first parents who are willingly coming with us to come to medical mission in Haiti.
But when you first got the idea to put the group together, it was actually because you needed a non-profit organization so you could get the supplies and equipment that you wanted to take to these other countries.
Right. So once we did this to medical mission, we realized we need a lot of medical supplies and equipment. And I know in this country, every hospital, every 5 years, they upgrade their equipment. So I went and approached the hospital, my parish medical center, and asked the CEO, can we get some equipment? They said, no, we cannot give it to you. I said, why? You have to be a non-profit organization to get the equipment. So I went to my medical staff in the hospital of 100 physicians and requested to them, can we do this thing? And they were all excited. And that same picture, we have it for last 15 years with all the same physician. And now we have 350 physicians working with us and tons of volunteers. And the concept was that we, as a doctors, everybody, our pharmaceutical company, our durable medical equipment companies, they all wanted to meet us somewhere. So we found a platform where they are ready to sponsor, and instead of using the money for party and a big dinner, we wanted to use that money to give it for two missions. One is the medical mission work locally as well as internationally, and also give educational scholarships. So we've been fortunate that we have been able to spend almost $500,000 for educational scholarships in 10 years, and at least $1.5 million equipment worth given to all around, like Venezuela, Haiti, India, you name it, Brazil. And some of these equipments are like a big, like $300,000, $400,000 worth equipment, CAT scan from the hospital. They upgraded the new CAT scan. The whole CAT scan we transported to India. It's being utilized for last 7 years, and they were very blessed that we have CAT scan.
We talked a little bit about education. I want you to kind of toot your own horn here, because the first year UCF had a medical school, they came to you, didn't they?
Yes. The UCF Medical School, when they wanted to open, Dr. Deborah German, she was the Dean of Medical School, brand new, and she gave a challenge in the community that I want to have 40 medical students, the first batch, entire completely free, no cost to the student. So in the community, when it came to Brevard, I said, look, we got to work together. Somehow we have to raise, but it was a big amount, $160,000. Yeah. So I approached my other partners like Parish Medical Center. So we created partnership between Doctors Goodwill Foundation and Parish Medical Center. We gave $160,000.
There you go.
and also the young boy has become a nice physician, and he's doing neurosurgery residency, and he's planning to come to Broward County.
There you go.
So
There you
this
go.
is all the fruits for last 10 years.